The Watts Writers Work Group opened its doors in 1965 to provide opportunity for local surrounding community people to express their rage and artistic creative talents by embracing theater, art, and literacy. Out of this creative environment, I'm talking about the Watts Prophets. The Watts Prophets are Otis Solomon, Father M.D. Hamilton, and Richard Ditos. This unique combination of poets formed in 1967 at the Watts Writers Workshop brought visual manifestation through spoken word. Their social commentary was a mirror of day-to-day life, racism, rage, and civil rights violations of blacks in America. Their first recording, Rapping Black in a White World, makes these poets the founding fathers, the seeds, the harvest, the roots of styles and creators of rap in America.
Man, the man who started all the hip-hop, my name is Scotty D. Spencer. And Father MD, I'm doing a piece right now called How the West Was Won. I worked with Low over at Death Row when he got signed there. I worked with Tweed Cadillac for many, many years. Like I said, my name is Scotty D. Spencer. And Father, I just did a piece on you in my film. And it's just a blessing right now to be able to speak to you right now to let you know that you are the Godfather, you and your group, that three-man combination. I don't know how God put you guys together, how you guys even, you guys had a chemistry, and to this day, you guys were bouncing off of one another like you guys slept together and you ate together and you was born in the same womb. And I'm just here to tell you.
We did all those things. We slept together, we worked together, we lived together for 2 years, practicing and trying, changing things and doing it different ways. Because we found out that the regular poetry, the Langston Hugheses and the Nikki Giovannis and all them, they didn't work for the people down in the project, down in the ghetto. That didn't work for them. They needed more rhythm. They needed more content that related to them. They needed more, it had to be more compelling. You just couldn't get up there and do a Langston Hughes poem. That was good for his era, the Harlem Renaissance and all that. But this was a new day. And just as today is a new day. So, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I got another question. When you guys were at the Watts Writers Workshop, I did a piece in my film, and I'm talking about Tommy Jaquette, of how he put together the Watts Festival. And I put another piece together on Al Bell, how he put the Watts back. But when I came around to doing the Watts Writers Workshop.
May I tell you, I hope your film is not finished, because I want to tell you something about how Watts Stack came up. Richard Dito was writing for Stax Records. He was doing a film, Richard Dito of the Watts Prophets. So when the Tommy Jaquette Watts Festival came about, we, the Watts Prophets, Richard asked Al Bell, I believe, who was the head of Stax Records, if they could bring Isaac Hayes to the building where we were working at, which was Mafundi Institute on 103rd in Wilmington. We wanted to bring Isaac Hayes there. He was huge then. The police department found out about it and came to us and told us we could not bring Isaac Hayes to 103rd in Wilmington. Where would the people park? That it would block up Watts if we tried to do something like that. So Richard went down to Tommy Jaquette and them and asked, could we have it at the park? And then other entities started coming in. And the next thing you know, Richard was kind of on the side. And it was done because, as always, we wanted things to be different. If you notice that Watts Stack did not have not one person from Watts, those people were all from Memphis.
True. That's true.
Even them were saying, we're the Watts people. So I just wanted you to know that. I don't know if your film is finished or not, but that's a little thing.
Amen. I appreciate you. Another question, Father. How was it feeling for you to go and do the eulogy with Bob Marley? How did that even come about?
Well, Bob Marley and I were both Ethiopian Orthodox, I'm an Ethiopian Orthodox priest, and Bob and I were in the church together, and we were assigned to the youth organization in the Western Hemisphere. And how I met Bob was at a Ethiopian World Federation meeting early before I was a priest. And then when I was a priest, his confidant, Archbishop Yitzhak, who lived in a duplex next door to Bob Marley and his family. And when I would come to Jamaica to study with him, I would live next door to Bob. So that's how I got to know him. But he didn't know that I was a poet until one day we were in the studio in Jamaica. And I didn't know Bob was there, but I was in there with his musicians. And they asked me to do a poem. And I did the poem that I did at his funeral, Wisdom and Knowledge Left College. And when I did the poem in the studio, I heard somebody in the booth clapping. And it was Bob Marley. And he came out and he said, I didn't know you was a poet. He says, well, who are you? I said, well, then I gave him our album and our book. The next day he came back and he told me he stayed up and he read our album and listened to our album and read our book. And he wanted to record with us. And we were, when he died, we were preparing. We were on the board. I can see our name now. We were scheduled to record. He wanted us to do his music and us do our book. Bob noticed what that was early. He knew immediately that it was something different.